The huge support for Terra Invicta continues. Thank you guys so much for participating so much in this. I would please ask you to continue to support as much as you have been, because what is coming are our darkest hours, and I will need your support to get through what is coming. Hey, Spuddies, Potato Big Whiskey here, and welcome back to Terra Invicta. Earth is under siege, and we have discovered something very, very concerning. There is a fleet on the way to Earth, and this fleet has 70 ships on it. 70 ships. There are so many alien fleets transferring to Earth. It's genuinely terrifying. One of my fleets could maybe kill a handful of their fleets, and this is a fleet that nearly bankrupted my space economy to get online. I think the big thing to do is to look for places to expand safely. I need to get water. I need to get volatiles. I think I have a base going up on Mars, so we'll have to try and get that up. I need to start looking to the asteroid field. I think the asteroid field is where my salvation is going to come from. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a way to prospect here. Is it in the solar system? So I'm looking for water. That's what I'm looking for. Europa around Jupiter. So there's a lot of water around Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus, but those are not places I can really get to. So I want to look for like maybe some asteroids inside the main asteroid belt. So here's a few. Themis, Lorelei, Thule, and Bononia. Let's survey every single one of those. Now I'd like to find a better source of volatiles. So Pallas, Hygeia, Egeria, and Fortuna are all good spots for those, so I'm gonna do that. I don't really need metals, but I could use a little bit of rares. So let's go to Antigone. Nobody has a base on Antigone. That's 24 rares per month and a tiny little bit of fissiles. This looks like a great place to get a base on. Quite expensive to get set up, but I think I'm going to found a settlement there. Now, what is the solar situation on this base? So solar arrays only give 5. 5 is not good enough to make use of, so we're going to have to use fission reactor arrays, so we're going to have to look for some fissiles as well. Thankfully, this base does make a little bit of fissiles. That's okay. We're going to do a settlement mining complex. We will need a fission pile and a fission pile, and then that will cover a farm. And then this is the baseline of what this will be. It would be nice to have a nanofactory here, as well as a shipyard. So let's do nanofactory, 2 fission reactor arrays, a shipyard, and a nanofactory. We definitely need a farm, but I would like a layered defense array to keep this place safe. So I'm thinking layered defense array. I could build 2 of them. One should be enough to protect it. I could put another farm on it. It's going to take a long time for this to pay off, but it will. All right, let's get 2 more fission reactor arrays, a layered defense array, and then another farm to cover the crew requirements. So that'll cover it. So this will be a net positive in terms of output. It'll be quite expensive to maintain, but this is a really, really good base. It should be able to defend itself reasonably well. Ooh, I might have built a couple of fission piles here, actually. I need to do fission reactor arrays. So let me go ahead and replace those. That was a little bit of a mistake. Those were tier 1 modules. Oopsies. So that is a metal asteroid. I need to find a fissile asteroid, although I'm a little bit less under pressure for fissile. I think it would still be good to find one though. Kuiper Belt dwarf planets, those are really, really far away. Juno. I have a probe on the way to Juno. No, I have probed Juno. And there's also the Mars crossover asteroid. Let's take a look at Taurinensis. 1.1 fissiles per month is a lot. This one will come online quite a bit faster. It's going to be the same basic layout. We'll get the settlement complex. I believe solar arrays aren't very good here. Yeah, they're only 9. So we'll get a farm with 2 sets of fission reactor arrays to power it. Then we'll do another fission reactor array and another fission reactor array. This is to hold the shipyard, I think. Do I want a shipyard or a supply depot? Supply depots are much easier to sustain. I'm going to do nanofactory, and instead I'll do a skunk works. We're going to want a layered defense array for this as well. So let's do fission reactor pile, layered defense array, and then I can't afford another one, so I'd have to do another fission reactor array and then another layered defense array. So this will be another base setup. Looking pretty good there. That's okay. We have plenty of reserves of water and volatile, so I'm not worried about them running out. So we have a bit of time to make decisions on those. But I think that's enough antagonization of the aliens. I don't think we really want to do much more than that. I am starting to lose popularity in Europe, so I'm going to start running projects on that. I think I went to build a hab, or I built a hab around Earth, and they're just going to blow that up. It's never going to get built in time. One thing I did notice is the unrest in India is like omega high. So a coup or civil war is actually super likely in here. Like if I were to full send it, it would be a 31% chance. It's very likely a coup will happen. So I'm going to start pumping my opinion in there. And I should really also be looking to assassinate people. Like I could assassinate Jasmine Fossey, like no problem. And this would significantly hurt the servants. Mercury is getting bombed. I think that problem will go away. I can't catch them with my fleets. That's something I've noticed. But I believe, how long is it until our layered defense arrays come online? The 30th of October. So we might lose like 1 or 2 more bases on Mercury. I'm also working on propulsion. So we're going to see a bunch of new propulsion types over the next episode. However, I'm going to do a full send on the objective-based technologies because I need to know more about the aliens and what I'm supposed to be doing. So, project, their weakness. While it is attempting to regard the Hydra as almost godlike compared to humanity, were that truly the case, they would have simply seized Earth in one fell swoop. The question then is not if, then it's not whether they have any chink in their armor, but where exactly the armor is the chink is located. Of course, no species, least of all a sentient one, would ever willingly reveal its own vulnerabilities. As such, directly questioning the Hydra about what they fear was inevitably a fool's errand. More indirect methods were required instead and have yielded a singularly valuable insight. So, we've learned their weakness. This is one of our more uncomfortable projects. Trying to figure out some way to force the Hydras to the negotiation table has led us down dark paths. In the end, the solution came once again from our expatriates. Some of the more anti-alien members of our faction have migrated to a faction known as Humanity First, led by a figure known as Colonel Castillo. Humanity First are not satisfied with merely defeating the Hydras, they want to kill them, all of them. And they've conceived of biological weapons in which they hope to wipe out the Hydra race entirely. Humanity First believes that Hydra ferrocytes can be used as a point of vulnerability, allowing access to the Hydra brain and immune system. Our researchers have looked at the Humanity First data, and although they lack sufficient expertise to say for sure, they believe Humanity First designs have the potential to work. Obviously, we do not wish for this plan to proceed. Even apart from the ethical concerns, the deployment of this kind of bioweapon would represent a further escalation in the human-Hydra war that would in all probably end with the extinction of our species, their species, or both of us. The threat of such an attack, however, might be leverage we have lacked and needed. This kind of brinksmanship is an extremely dangerous game, but we are at this point out of options. So that is going to be the direction that we head. So ferrocite resistance might be useful. I don't know if we really need that. I think I would rather know about their exotic materials so I can amass stockpiles of exotic. We're going to put that as a full send. We'll be able to get that done really, really quickly because we have a relatively big bonus to this technology. 75% from our project bonus, 61% from xenology. I'm also going to go ahead and go to my counselors and have a look around. If I have any orgs available, like this, Lawrence Livermore, I would like this stat right there. Apiary Development Science. So this is one that I would like. It has a project symbol. What could I drop from this guy? It needs to be a 2-star org or 2 1-stars. I'm going to drop Demeter Innovations and Palatine Space Systems. And I'm going to pick up Apiary Development Science, headquartered in Lyon. This will give me +1 project income, which will give me, in theory, another 5. Perhaps each counselor can only give you a 3. Let's confirm that transfer and perhaps give it to a different counselor. Let's have a look. Bao Mi La, you have no engineering projects assigned to you. Let's take off Castle Entertainment. Give you apiary development. We're halfway through a turn. That's probably why it didn't activate. Never mind. I'm just dumb. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense actually. So we killed a servant. Perfect. Killed an agent of the servant. And whenever I spot anyone from any faction, I'm going to be attempting to get a kill if I have above an 80% chance to succeed. They have been doing a lot of damage to my faction, and I'm really sick of it, so I'm going to start blowing them up. Skunk Works have just started to come online, which is awesome. So the aliens are starting to target my shipyard. That's fine. I'm going to scale back the economy investment and the welfare investment in the European Union. We are now at a resting point of 5, so we're going to get rid of unity investment. We no longer need that. Well, actually, it might be worth it to just put like a little bit of an investment to keep our public opinion high, but I think I'm going to go for a full spend on knowledge. We want as much going into knowledge as possible. I'm going to bring spoils down to a more minimal level, and instead I'm going to put that money into funding for long-term returns. I'd love to get this tech level above 10 because that would, I think, start to give us, I don't know if there's breakpoints, but I think there might be. I want to investigate some of these councillors around the European Union. And I think in order to assassinate councillors, you need to have detected them. Honestly, this Esteban guy is really, really bad. I'm considering getting rid of him. I need someone who can stabilize nations. Now, this guy is an operative. So he has crackdown, purge, coup d'etat, set, advise, increase, decrease, sabotage, surveil, detain, extract, steal project, protect target. This guy looks like he might be a really good candidate for me. I'm going to go ahead and drop Esteban. I don't need a spy, I think. He just hasn't been very useful, so I'm going to go ahead and dismiss him. I'll retain his org, and instead I'm going to recruit the operative here because he has a far more interesting set of missions for me. So now I got him in the bank. I'm going to have to give him a ton of holding corps. There we go. We got his administration up to 16 immediately. I would Yes, it would be nice if he could do public campaign, so I will give him that one. He doesn't have very good persuasion, but that's a good step. Yes, Icarus Security Solutions. I want his command score to be up higher. I will give him Philippus Investigations. That will improve his stats in a very important way. Vanguard Products gives him more control of stuff. And I'll give him Kusanagi Consultants so that he can also control nations. He's not very good at it, but at least he has a wide variety of missions that he can do. This guy has a really, really broad set of missions. I'm really, really, really big fan of him. Let's also give him augments. Everything except for loyalty. So now he's augged to the guilds. I think we do have to get rid of... Oh, no, we can give him this. Boom. So now he's much better. Look at all those stats he's bringing in. Perfect. So I think this is just a much better character, even though he's not leveled at all. Can the European Union declare war on Upper Guinea? 8th of October they can. All right, so I'm going to set you to set national priority in Europe so that we can do that. So it looks like Eritrea has been conquered by Ethiopia. Somebody's trying to make Giga Africa out of Ethiopia. We'll be able to maybe do something about that. So our point defense array on Mercury have just come online. That's good. It's probably time I actually checked on Mercury. I think a couple of my bases were wiped out. Let's see, one of them was producing rares, so let's get that one back online. We should be able to rebuild it relatively quickly. So talking about this area, we want a settlement mining. Well, what I should do first is I should build a single solar array that should cover most of our power needs. Mining complex and a farm, so that'll cover that. Ideally, maybe an operation center or two, but let's get the mission critical ones. We definitely want a layered defense array to keep this safe. We don't need shipyards, but a nanofactory on this base would be nice for building things. Oh, do nanofactories only make money around Earth? Oh, they only make money around Earth. Oh, builds projects for money if the hab has no modules under construction. I see. Okay, never mind. So that is actually worth doing. Okay, I misunderstood how it worked. So yeah, a nanofactory is a good choice. It'll turn rares into money. Skunkworks seems like a good idea. Maybe an operations center or two. Let's get a second farm. Well, if we're going to get a second farm, that means we're going to need a solar array. Let's get the second farm. So a single skunkworks. How many operations centers did I build? If I built 2 more, this thing would basically pay for itself in terms of operations, which is kind of what we need. We're a little bit stretched on operations right now. And now let's do basically the exact same setup in Tolkien Crater. It's not quite as rich, but it's still worth it to rebuild. So why can't the European Union declare war? Sorry? Did I choose the wrong thing there? Hang on. Maybe I did. How is unification going here? Unification isn't far off. I must have mistimed this activity. It looks like the aliens are doing something in Europe. Need to keep an eye on this public opinion in case they turn it against us. I have kind of stopped expanding my operations in space, which I think has chilled the aliens out. They haven't gone scorched earth on me. I think part of the advantage as well I have is that I have a lot more stuff. I think we will purge that control point. Why not? So the alien Omega Giga fleet has arrived in Tiangong orbit. That is Victor 168. This is, what is it, 70 ships? Jesus Christ. Ooh, a coup in India. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's really not good. We'll need to try to do a counter coup before they get that unrest lower. So it looks like a fleet is going for Seneca Station in low Mercury orbit. Yeah, more stations getting blown up. That's okay. I'm getting knocked back down on the civilization ladder a little bit. There goes all of the skunk works and all that sort of jazz. So we've managed to shave another 5 days off this tech. That's good from building skunk works and getting our project speed up. Point defense just came online as well. So our stations are now not completely defenseless, and nor are our surface bases. So tell me this. A coup takes command points. Divikar, you have a command score of 10. What if I were to give you +1 command? Any orgs in here with command on them? Anubis risk management could be good. What would I swap it out for? Nothing. I want to give him SGI. That's a 3-star org. Let's drop Arceus Intel. Give him SGI. That's +2 command. He's now up to 13 command. So what is your chance of organizing a coup in India? What about increasing unrest in India? Much harder. The coup is much easier because the elites are dissatisfied. This is like the perfect moment to do a coup. I'm going to do a full spend, 64 special ops points to make it happen. Unrest of the European Union is good. Unrest here is good. Unrest here is rough. We should be able to set national priority, right? You're ready to do unification stuff? Yes, Federation with the Great Lakes. Set national policy there. So you should be able to declare war on Upper Guinea. Why can't you? Why can't you declare war on Upper Guinea? Perhaps I need to... No, I've taken Russia off their ally list. Speaking of Russia, I need to get Russia to stop being at war with my own country. Why can you not declare war on Upper Guinea? Oh, what the hell? The Ivory... Oh, wait. This was stolen from me. Hold on. I need to counter coup. Oh, that's why. Counter coup. 74% chance. I'll take it. Nanofactories are coming online as well. This will give me a little bit of materials research, but most importantly, it's going to increase my cash flow. significantly. It will start to eat into my rares, which is fine. Amazing, we pulled off the coup in India. That is a huge, huge win. Now, it's going to severely hurt the GDP of India. They just lost 600 billion. And we also pulled off a coup in the Ivory Coast. That's amazing. So I think the number one thing we need to do here is we need to do a combination of spoils and welfare. Spoils, a little bit of spoils to defend against coups, and then welfare to bring inequality down. And then we'll reduce unrest missions. Jesus. India's in bad shape, dude. But it's interesting that this fleet got here the exact same moment that India had a big giga coup. So that's kind of an interesting thing to think about there. I want you to seek peace with the Ivory Coast. So you're no longer at war. What the fuck? Oh, you're still allied with Upper Guinea. That was the issue. Get Federation with Great Salt Lakes. How did I mess that up? Hold on. When can you go to war again? January. We need to break Mali and bring Mali into the fold as well. Okay, number one thing, all hands on deck to get control of India. Full spend on influence with everybody who's capable of doing this mission. Doesn't matter who, we just need to get it. I want you to try to detain anyone who might go and try and get a control point there. I don't even know if that's a good move, but hey, well, you're not very good at controlling, so you'll do something else. We could get control of Angola. Hey, there you go. An open country in Africa. We could try to fix it and build it up. I think it would be really interesting to do an Africa only run. It would be very, very difficult, but I think it would be interesting. Ton of people trying to take control. Nice, we gained a control point. I'm actually okay with sharing this point with the resistance. So now that we've gotten control of India, we need to stabilize it. It looks like an alien ship has attacked one of my stations. I will accept the battle, and let's start the battle and see how it goes. So I've actually managed to build a layered defense array on this station, so I'm curious to see how this will go. So they're firing the layered defense array. I think this has 2-point defense on it, so it should be able to prevent the majority of missiles getting through. And so he's going to have to come back with more firepower. Zap, 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 zap. Oh yeah, he's going to have a hard time. Now my stations are capable of defending against enemy ships. They're going to have to bring way more firepower than what they normally bring with them to take me out. And then we just offer a peace and he will accept it because there's nothing he can do. So that was perfect. Like, that was just a waste of his fleet's time. He's going to have to gather up a larger fleet to take out my stations now, which means my stations are in better shape. All right, let's see what the Obsidian Sword does. This is another Corvette. He's firing lasers again. We have a layered defense array. And again, he can't get through. He'll have to use his main cannon to do damage to me. And I don't think he has one that's capable of doing much. I offer them peace. They accept peace. Mandela Station is now being attacked again. All right, let's see how this goes. This one I would be unsurprised if this took hits. But I can offer a peace. Okay, I'm going to accept again. Oh my god, Jesus. Auto-resolve? They neutralized it. Okay, that's fair. To be honest with you, it took them many, many attacks on Mandela Station and they neutralized the point defense. But they didn't actually blow up the station yet. They might do so. There's not much I can do about that, but they have a big old fleet here. 3K fleet, not much I can do. Yikes. We might see some of the pinatas get popped around Mercury. So let's get India out of any of its alliances that we don't care about, in particular with any servant countries. We don't want to be allied with them, and nor do we want to be allied with the Protectorate, which we're not. And then we want to bring them into closer ties with all of my countries, except for Upper Guinea, because I plan to attack Upper Guinea and maybe Senegambia because I think I plan to attack them too. But definitely European Union and Russia. A nice war would be good for India, I think, right now for cohesion's sake. But I don't think we can afford to do that. Let's have a look at what they're doing in priority. So they're focusing on building a navy. They're doing mission control. So they're doing things that I don't hate. They're not burning the country to the ground. They're maybe doing stuff that is like unideal. Let me have a look at what the elite's dissatisfaction here is about. It's about 7.3. So I'll have to add a little bit more spoils to bring 6.3. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're going to have to do a lot of spoils to protect against coups for a while. We're going to spend a bit of time building up our popular support here so that we have a better success chance when we try to reduce unrest. This guy has a pretty good chance to reduce unrest. He's going to be working on that. I think a 16, I'll do an 8 spend. Yeah, 8 spend is fine. What's your chance of success in India? 15%? Yeah, I'd have to spend pretty heavily to get that going. I'd rather you just grabbed like really easy to grab countries like Angola. So Angola does have resource rich regions. So we're going to run spoils and welfare for a little while to build up a buffer of cash. But eventually we'll start trying to actually build them up. Problem is we just have massive guerrilla war. So how do we bring that down? Honestly, a full spend on welfare to bring the poverty down with a slight spend on economy. All right, first reduction of unrest in India has gone through. That's huge. Every time you reduce that unrest, the probability of a counterattack goes down. Another Mercury base just came online. Good stuff. That base will be online soon. I'm very happy about that. The only thing this guy can't do that I really need him to do is to protect assets. But I think he's going to also be reasonably successful at blowing up Xenoflora. And I don't know if that's like really a thing that we should be doing. But I think I'm going to use... Oh, I accidentally committed. I need to defend my interests in India. It's a second-rate power. It needs to be protected. So Karen Ganbari has been deturned. So we'll have to find more agents to turn. Looks like a spaceship crashed in China. I'm fully expecting some crazy shit to happen in China now because the aliens just landed a mega gigafeet over Earth. Extra spaceships have been crashing that haven't been happening for a while. Here we go. So finally we have access to exotic materials. We've completed the exotic materials project. After exhaustive analysis and stress test, we have little idea what the material is. However, you do however know what it is not. Despite previously believing that the so-called exotics were some matter of hitherto unknown alloy, we've determined that it can also exist as in a non-solid state, such as within the coolant of an alien warship's heat sinks. It would appear that, rather than being a construction material itself, it will instead improve and augment the durability or electrical conductivity of any substance that it is applied to. While establishing the exact composition of exotics continues to elude us, most certainly, they are not of our solar system, we have been able to separate significant quantities of them from alien materials they are bonded to. This has enabled us to attempt to implantation of material in many of our own technologies, and happily, it readily adapts to almost any process it's subjected to. As its atomic structure can move between anionic to cationic with ease, it is simply astonishingly versatile. So now we have access to exotic heat sinks, exotic nanowire battery, exotic armor, exotics, and we can amass a stockpile of exotics. We have completed the research exotics objectives. The alien exotics are clearly the product of a far greater understanding of physics and chemistry than ours. I'd perhaps foolishly hoped that their study might give us some clues about the theories about the aliens might have used to design it, but this has been in vain. It was an optimistic hope. Our own history shows that the true understanding of the new branches of science is the work of decades or centuries. Still, we've reached a crude understanding of alien exotics, enough to begin employing them in our own construction. With no means of producing them, however, we remain dependent on the aliens for our supplies. Perhaps we should we survive this war, we can found a new field of study devoted to understanding what our alien visitors can afford to throw away so casually. So, though Rudy... Oh, wormholes. Huge. Though Rudy has attempted to avoid divulging any sensitive information, certain chance remarks have revealed that the Hydras must be in contact with the leaders on a real-time or near real-time basis. The presence of Hydra exotics also implies some kind of resupply mechanism. Putting this together with the data we have gathered from our Skywatch program suggests the existence of some kind of gate within the alien base, which the Hydras are using as a reinforcement/supply route. Oh shit. Are we about to make a crusade through a wormhole? That is huge. Right, let's defend interests in India. Let's get Vinicio to crack down on the Indian control point. And then we will get Divakar to purge the Indian control point. Hopefully he'll be able to succeed there. It would be nice to have 3 control points in India. So the people of Assam have declared independence from India. That will hopefully be fine. I think that was over here, Assam. I'm actually okay with that. Alright, we cracked down, so we now have a 99% chance of purging. We got a probe on the Hirschfield crater. I think I definitely want to build that one. Let's found a settlement here. A lot of water, a lot of volatiles. This will help get me out of my deficit. It's quite expensive to launch, and it'll take a long time. But what's the solar array like? This is in the asteroid belt. Yeah, the asteroid belt is bad for solar, so I think it's 2 fission reactor arrays, a settlement mining complex, and a farm. That covers most of us. We definitely want like a couple of layered defense arrays, which will require a fission reactor array and a fission reactor array. Then we need a fission reactor array with a nanofactory, and then probably a fission reactor array with a shipyard. So this can act as a resupply and construction point for further exploration of the belt. Skunk Works have just come online. That's really, really good. Wilberforce Station, I'm going to accept. And auto-resolve. The station has been neutralized, so I don't know what they'll do with it. They blew up all the point defense, unfortunately. Fortunately, point defense only goes so far. Yep, and another station went down. So they are doing retribution. Okay, nice. We got another probe. 6 medals per month is huge. Let's found it. We're still, I think, in the outer solar system, which means solar arrays are no good. So fission pile, settlement mining complex, farm, another 2 fission arrays, 2 layered defense arrays, fission pile, shipyard, fission pile, nanofactory. So the aliens have not been striking me very hard since I've cooled down my activities in space. They seem to have lowered their threat rating of me, which I'm honestly fine with. I need to keep that threat rating nice and low. So it looks like Soaring Victory was damaged by one of my stations. That's good. My stations are able to defend themselves now. Mercury mining bases are coming back online. Amazing, 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 amazing. It seems way too easy to sabotage bases. Okay, that's a shit asteroid, only 14 metals. Huge critical success. at reducing unrest in India. So if we take a look at India, we're going to rank our problems from 1 to 3. The biggest problem is inequality in India, so I'm going to put 3 stars in getting rid of inequality. The second biggest problem in India is unrest. So I'm going to put 2 points into building an army to hopefully maybe deal with the unrest. Having an extra army in tow could be handy. And then the third problem is a stagnating economy and a lack of democracy, which is going to facilitate an investment into knowledge and the economy. Okay, this actually looks like a pretty decent asteroid. A little bit of water, mostly good fissiles. Let's found a base on it. Okay, we have completed their purpose. We've been able to solicit invaluable information from the alien captive. Thanks to the discovery that Hydra falsehoods carry unique ferrocite signatures, because it transpires that a Hydra will rather go silent than be caught lying. As far as we could tell, an unsuccessful deception is the source of great shame. It has been surprisingly straightforward to establish which matters the alien is relatively willing to discuss, with full confidence that it's not deceiving us. In consequence, we've now gleaned significant understanding of its species' intentions on Earth. We now know about grant alien control and build facility. We've completed the determine their purpose. Report from the head of our translation team is attached. Despite objections from the more credentialed members of our team, I've allocated William Parker 2 hours per day to communicate with Rudy. We placed no restrictions on what topics were to be discussed, apart from the most basic ones concerning military security. The results were surprising. Rudy, although unwilling to discuss anything he considers to be military or state secret, has been quite willing to talk about the history of his species. The Hydras apparently evolved upon an old planet with a single supercontinent on a vast ocean, an ocean that contained the majority of the world's natural resources, but also teemed with deadly predators. The Hydras domesticated various amphibian species and used them to scavenge and mine resources from the seabed. Apparently the Hydras developed close and even sometimes fond relationships with these species. Their civilization was built upon them. And once their genetic science advanced sufficiently, they uplifted many of them to near human intelligence. Unfortunately, this state of affairs did not last. The Hydras had only recently discovered spaceflight when the world was devastated by an interstellar weapon launched at their planet by a third sapient species. 99% of the entire Hydra race died instantly, taking with them much of Hydra history and culture. The only groups to survive were those off-planet, in the Hydra space habs and colonies. The cataclysm, as it's known, seems to dominate what remains of Hydra culture. The species responsible for the cataclysm is one we are already aware of. These are the Hydra slave warriors known as salamanders. The first action of the Hydra defense consensus was to neutralize and subjugate the salamanders, and their entire reasons for existence is to ensure that nothing like the cataclysm will ever happen again. This explains a great deal. Now the rigid, untrusting nature of the responses we have received to our diplomatic exchange can be understood in context. Hydra paranoid towards other species is understandable. The question is, how can we overcome it? Okay, cool. Nanofactories are coming online. Oh man. So we need to research ferrocite resistance and research wormholes. My question is, are there any big projects hanging around here that we might want to get on? Not really, as far as we can tell. Let's get ready to do ferrocite resistance, because I think that would be a good way to convince the aliens that we can cooperate. The European armies are taking basically no damage, occupying Conarchy. Probe arrives. This is a really good asteroid. Just enough metal to pay for its upkeep and plenty of water and stuff. Let's launch a settlement mining complex. It'll take almost a year. So we're just trying to rebuild a space economy that is maybe resistant to alien destruction. That is my hope. We're rapidly running out of resources, which I'm not a big fan of. Okay, the Mars base has come online. That's a big deal, because if I remember, this thing produced a lot of rares. Yeah, 24 rares per month. That's huge. I think we use this base as a way to resettle Mars. In particular, Utopia Planitia, we should be able to build locally. And Utopia Planitia has a little bit of rares and a little bit of fissiles, which will help make up for our problems. Should have another Martian base coming online soon. This time with 2 defense arrays to keep it safe. Ooh, Hertha is a huge asteroid. We definitely need to get that colonized. Oh, the aliens have it. Okay, never mind. Okay, no wonder. No wonder it's so good the aliens took it. Okay, they're taking control of the Great Lakes. I'm fine with that. We got a breakthrough. So we can get 3,000 tech plus a significant opinion boost, 2,000 tech plus that. Significant increase in GDP or more military training. I think I would like the European military to boost. So that's almost a whole point boost, like 10% boost of the European military there. That was big. What the fuck? How are they able to coup me, but I can't coup them? How's India? India is almost peaceful, so we'll be able to start retaking control of other stuff soon. Inequality is shooting down. GDP is recovering. Cohesion is very gently increasing. Right, brilliant. We're starting to put this country back together, which is ideal. Okay, Divakar, your skills in launching coups is required in the East African Federation. We need to get that back under our control. Vinicio, I need you to organize a purge here, which will require a crackdown first. And then Adesh, I want you to follow up with the purge. It should be fairly easy to do since the crackdown should be fairly successful. I am having to roll 2 dice successful here, but that's still, that feels like a good a good chance. So how's the alien doing? One of my European armies is a little bit hurt, but the alien is shooting down in health. These goddamn megafauna just smashing up the earth over here. Right, we managed to pull off a coup in the East African Federation, which is really shitty because it actually like severely damages the GDP. Yeah, they just lost 70 billion. Really nice asteroid. Have the aliens colonized it? No. But the initiative has, that's fine. So nuclear fusion in space has been researched. This will give us access to new areas of technology. So global nuclear fusion tech has been increased, deuterium tritium fusion, and we've also got muon spikers and fusion piles. That's kind of an interesting idea, fusion piles. Fuck, how are we losing points in India? Oh, we forgot to defend that point, that's how. That's okay. Seamus Lenigan was murdered! Fuck, he was one of my best guys. He was my OG. Okay, let's take Obi Mobinya. Okay, that's really, really unfortunate. He will need to take basically stuff like the IMF, Pegasus products. He needs to take anything that gives him admin. We need to like slap into him. I guess that just kind of comes with the territory, is occasionally you'll get murdered. God, that was such a huge loss to our science output actually. Oof. Confucius Station is being attacked by like 3.5k. Been neutralized, yep, as expected. Right, we have full control of India. We need to defend interests there. I think we need another defend interest in... No, we've done defend interest in Russia. Let's get that underway. India is now fully in my control, which means I want to retool how things are being done. First things first is we need to rebuild the Indian army, but we also need to deal with the GDP and cohesion problems, so welfare, economy, and armies. Okay, huge. So the Ferrocite resistance project has been completed. Until we can ascertain some means of overcoming the aliens' chemosensory-based mind control, we're ultimately doomed to be in their thrall. Needless to say, it's highly undesirable, but armed with knowledge of Ferrocite's an biochemical signal, but in fact living cells have been able to formulate a treatment that shields humans from their effects of vaccine, albeit one that requires a regular booster shot in order to remain effective. So we now have a vaccine against the Ferrocites. A certain cabal of financial and economic leaders have, as it turns out, been working on the same problem. Their biologists have taken advantage of the divergent evolutionary paths between Earth and Hydra homeworld to pinpoint certain compounds which cause only mild irritation to humans, but are quickly fatal to Hydra cells. Weekly injections into the bloodstream provide effective immunity for Hydra ferrocites. It's a crude solution, but an effective one. The manufacturers, as it turns out, are quite happy to supply us with their ferrocite prototypes despite our ideological differences, as long as we're willing to pay the extortionate price. We'll attempt to reverse engineer these compounds, but in the meantime, even under the threat, it seems that some things never change, even under the threat of species-wide extinction. Okay, cool. Nanofactory. Okay, great. I think the most obvious thing that I need to do is to anyone who acts against me gets assassinated. I'm sorry, you're getting assassinated. If you act against me, straight to jail. So something we definitely need to do is a coup here in Senegambia, so we can then go ahead and clear it out with a war. Global research complete. We now have access to missile warfare doctrine, and then we're now researching a rival security. I haven't been worrying about global research. I've been focused on my own faction research, but this might be a big step forward in terms of missile technology for us here. So that might be the herald of a potential future for us. Yeah, the Protectorate have just become incredibly aggressive. Oh, God, I really want to settle on Undina, but I think someone else already is. Yeah, it looks like the Protectorate is here. If I could get a fleet there to take that over. One thing that really frustrates me, did they assassinate another one of my counselors? Oh, for fuck's sake. Maybe he defected. Shit. Did he bring all of his orgs with him? Wait, what happened? Did they assassinate the guy I was advising again with? Oh my God. Hold on. Wait, what happened to him? I need to go find out what happened to my counselor. Hold on. So this guy's security is really, really low. Let's go to ground and then try to figure out who's trying to assassinate him. Because I didn't see that he got assassinated. Is his loyalty too low? Maybe I need to do some inspiring. It's probably a good idea, actually. Let's actually look at the XP landscape. We have a ton of XP built up. Streetwise seems like a good one to pick up. It just gives you a little bit of security, a little bit of defense. I definitely feel like maxing out security is going to keep my counselors alive now. Now that I've been targeted for the bad things. Okay, I had to figure this out. So I wanted to see, am I getting assassinated? What's happening? Okay, there's the probe. Because I didn't see a pop-up for him to get assassinated. I'm very confused by it. So now we have access to the Ares Torpedo Bay project. Holy shit. Artemis torpedoes, 107 damage. Ares torpedoes, 1,800 damage. Jesus Christ. Nuclear thermal rocket, 3 Gs of acceleration, 7.9 kps delta V, 1,000 range targeting range, 1,000 kilometer targeting range. That looks sick. It's probably really weak to point defense though, is the problem. Okay, we pulled off a coup in Senegambia, which means we're no longer allied with them, and we've cut off the American armies. let's get the Europeans back. And actually, Russia, why don't you go ahead and declare your rivalry with Senegambia? You have a couple of these things that I could send. So I could spend 50 to clean up debris. Yeah, I think getting a general public opinion boost across the world is just handy. It defends my interests, makes it harder for aliens to do what they need to do. So I'll clean up space a little bit. How is the Kessler syndrome around Earth right now? 4 dangerous clouds, 11 dangerous clouds, 26 dangerous clouds, 19 dangerous clouds, so it's a little bit better. Wait, no, he only just got control. Wait, whoa, what is this? He only just got control? Oh, I guess it's diplomatic cooldown. God, that's annoying. We need to coup that immediately. Fuck, they're messing up my plans in Africa. The hell out of here. I spent so much. I think maybe unifying countries just isn't worth it. I would have been better off maybe spending my time trying to crack open India, which I did do. But it didn't matter because now the fucking aliens are in there again. Yeah, my action economy is just so limited. I'm really struggling. What's your chance of assassinating? 69%? Obliterate this fucker. 25 admin? Blow him out of the water. Project Exodus, my ass. What is this? What the fuck is this thing? A mothership? Holy shit. What is this doing in space? Where's the gigafleet? So you've got a gigafleet of 18k and a mothership. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit, this thing is stacked. I don't think I could blow. I don't think I could. If this thing was alone, I don't think I could take it on. Are they about to invade the planet? So we have predictive genetics, transform phages. Okay, they're heading towards Dorothea L. Dick Station, so they might be going to go blow that up. Oh yeah, I'm killing this lady. She's got 0 security. She's dead, Jim. I'm killing her. Bro. I think you somebody has control of you. There's no way you fail that. Not by that level. Venus Supply L5 station. Let's just go ahead and accept that. This thing is fucked. It got neutralized. Okay. Yeah, they do a little neutralizing. Station is dead. Yeah, L5 supply station has been blown up. It seems like you actually need a fleet to defend your stations. You can't just have PD, which changes how I'm going to play in future. Reduced unrest in the European Union. Perfect. God damn it. United States declared war on the East African Federation. Now they're going to take it over. Okay, my armies are in Conakry. Let's invade Mali. I want you to declare war in Senegambia. I'll get the European Union to join. I won't get India to join though, there's no need for that. Cerberus nuclear torpedoes are available. Not that I'm going to be able to research them for a while. So how many fleets do we got around L3 now trying to threaten this station? I mean, not much in all honesty. A probe arrived at Thule. Good resources there. The AI has definitely stepped up its level of violence, which I am not down with. I can't believe you failed. You failed that assassinate. I'm furious with you. Assassinate this lady right now. Let's keep hunting down anybody who's targeting my people with missions. We just want to hunt them down and kill them. We want them to know that violence is now the only tool that I'm willing to use. Ooh, fusion piles. Let me have a look at that. So fusion piles generate more energy. Ooh, is that lower fissile upkeep? So it's 0.05. If we go ahead and check just a regular old hab. So a fission pile has... so it's a cheaper, it's a more efficient version of the fission pile. So that's actually really cool. That would be a significant upgrade to my outer space stuff. Nice. We've eliminated a servant agent. Perfect. None of my mining bases have come online, which is disturbing. We've retaken control of the East African Federation. Oh my god, the East Africa Federation has just had multiple wars declared on it by China and the USA. These guys have gone full insanity. Dude, how are they breaking my... I need better defense. They've just taken India back from me, even though I have like super popularity. This guy has to go to ground like every 2 missions that he does because he just has such a low security score for this late of a stage of the game. Alright, let's go ahead and assassinate this resistance target. She didn't seem very strong. Low chance to succeed, 76% chance. I would take it though. Those are reasonable odds. We have identified a counselor in India. Nice. Eliminated another resistance agent. Oh dear. A huge gigafleet just arrived in low Mercury orbit. You know, the aliens feel a little bit too punishing because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like Plato-based defense arrays are getting destroyed. Like these defense arrays don't seem like they do much. To be honest with you. The aliens, like, I'm already suffering. I'm at negative resources. I don't know why they're continuing to attack me. I have not produced any more military. I'm in a death spiral, essentially. But the AI is supposed to let you try to climb back into the game. Looks like we got a big battle here. Elizabeth C. Stanton Station. Now, unfortunately, most of these guys are old tech. This is a dreadnought. So I want a cloud formation, tight formation. Oh, they chose not to engage. Are you going to make me do this again? Yeah, they made me do it again. They're not actually engaging. Interesting. All right, they refuse to engage. They must have sent a lot of fleets here. We do have a new mining base and lock base, but it doesn't matter. It's just going to get blown up. We've retaken the East African Federation, but it doesn't matter because the US has almost already occupied it. There is some alien activity here. Maybe we can do something about that alien. I'm going to kill a fucking alien. You know what? I hate these guys. One of them needs to die. Vinicio, where are you? Vinicio, I need you to investigate this alien. We discovered an alien operative. Who are you? Let's have a look. Alpha 19. We're gonna investigate that guy for sure. Okay, they imposed a new government of the East African Federation. Not that that matters. We should be able to coup it away from them. Fuck, how are they getting into Russia? I don't understand. This is protected. How are you getting in there? They're off their skills. I don't know. Okay, Ivory Coast took control of Bamako region from Mali. Perfect. That's another country conquered. Let's deploy these European armies home. They're a little hurt. How close until we get our third navy? We're about halfway to our third navy. That'll be good. Wait, they just sabotaged it. What the hell is this? What the fuck? The aliens have concluded an agreement with the leaders of Tunisia, granting the aliens full control over their territories through human politicians there. The new alien nation is presenting itself to the world as a unifying force. It has claims on the entire world. Oh shit. The nation appears invulnerable to the usual attempts to assume political controls. Only an internal rebellion or outright invasion has a chance to remove it. Oh my. The alien administration. So they've landed an actual force to try and control what's going on. Earth. Oh damn. Muon Spiker. Completed. Or available. Shit. I need more armies. Okay, first things first. Yeah, we have alliances with everyone. So let's just say hypothetically. Hypothetically, Divikar, what if you did a coup here? Let's start doing unrest. So the aliens have landed on the planet and now they're playing ball. Okay, I think we want to start pumping unrest there. What's your chance of a coup? Is coup command? Divikar, I need you to do a coup in East African Federation. My ops income is getting trashed right now. Who can do raise unrest? You can. 84% chance of success. Get that going. Let's go ahead and defend interest in the European Union. I need to get rid of that point in Russia too, annoyingly. Oh, okay. Things are getting scary here. You need to investigate that alien again so we can take him out. So the mothership is what landed troops here. Oh, shit. Yeah, the aliens literally have claims on everything. Are they going to start landing armies, I wonder? We've detected a large and fortified alien structure in the Tunis region. An alien structure. It may be targeted by the Council Assault Alien Asset Mission or an army operation. Okay, shit. More fleets are launching from my Dorothea station. So I think this is going to change some priorities in the European Union. Russia, we have essentially made into a somewhat functioning democracy. We've managed to bring inequality down. We've managed to bring education up. But it's time to make Europe a non-functioning democracy. Welcome to the survival protocol. Everything in military, army, and navy. And spoils. Although we probably don't need the spoils part. Nice, Ivory Coast has deployed a second army. It's actually really, really important for the current state of the game. But it no longer needs to deploy armies. Okay, we've identified an alien operative. Hopefully, nice. Now we can attempt to target it. We've identified multiple aliens, increased unrest in the alien nation to insurrection. It looks like they're working on bringing that down. Yeah, look at them. A bunch of alien missions just triggered there. They're trying to stabilize it. We also just arranged a coup in East African Federation. Y'all need to focus on this alien nation. Not good, guys. Not good that they've landed here. This is super not good. They are doing a lot of shit in this country. First things first, Divikar, how would you feel like assaulting an alien base? Oh my Jesus Christ, a 5% chance of success. Okay, never mind about that. Basically impossible to assassinate aliens now. Lovely. So they estimate me at 0 threat level, yet they're still blowing my stuff up. Can we try to contact an alien here? I think that's what we need to... Did we forget to do that? Did I forget to contact the aliens? Is that something? I thought I did that. The contact mission succeeded, but nothing happened. So I wonder what the aliens are going to do here now. I don't even know how I'm supposed to resist this. This is nutty. There's just alien fleets everywhere. Like if we look at the fleet monitor, the aliens have over 250 ships, or they have 250 ships and over 70,000 fleet combat power. I've got 31 ships, 2,000 fleet power. China has declared war on the alien administration. Oh baby. Aliens bombard Earth. Oh shit. Infiltration, escalation, now devastation. Firing from within orbit. Aliens have unleashed a ruinous assault upon a region of Earth. While their target was localized rather than global, the death toll will nevertheless be high. Oh, damn. Humanity is torn more so than ever before between resistance, submission, or escape. They're continuing to blow up my bases on Mars. I haven't done anything in space. Literally haven't done anything, and they're just obliterating my mining stations. We discovered another alien base, this time in Tripoli. Oh, man. Stop declaring war on the East African Federation. Leave them alone. Dude. Okay, this is what I was waiting for to end this episode. The phenomena known as wormholes entails 2 points in space-time connected via instantaneous quantum tunnel, most likely popped open by matter with a negative mass. Though theorized about as early as 1916, they have never been proven to exist until now. Our deep space scans indicate a localized gravitational anomaly beyond the orbit of Neptune, where there should very much not be one. Specifically, we're registering gravity flowing inwards from a point orbiting the otherwise nondescript celestial body in their Kuiper belt. Our readings appear consistent with that of stable Ellis Drainhole. In other words, we believe we're looking at the first recorded instance of a traversable wormhole. We've completed the research wormhole objective. The Hydras have created an artificial space-time discontinuity, aka a wormhole, at their base in the Kuiper belt. In any other circumstances, this would revolutionize our understanding of physics and open up new branches of science. In our present situation, it primarily represents a threat. So long as the wormhole is active, the Hydras will be able to continually reinforce their invasion force. However, the wormhole also represents an opportunity. We could in theory take advantage of the Hydra wormhole to contact Hydra leadership directly. The problem with this plan are obvious and massive, yet it represents our only reasonable chance of achieving a permanent peace. There's a new energy and commitment among our personnel. Let's get to work. Complete the choke point project when it becomes available. Jesus Christ. So we need to do some Earth tech, I think. Let's crack out a bunch of projects here. God, why are you declaring war on Senegambia? That's my thing. How are you able to do that? Oh shit, I can do that. I can do it. I need to do it now. I can't do it yet. I need to do a thing and get troops in it. Ooh, they peacefully annexed Libya. Not good. Dude, if the Protectorate submits America to the aliens, that is so bad for us. That's going to be it for this episode. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.